Good morning, foodie. So I'm gonna try a quick little, I don't know, experiment. I've never made potatoes this way. So just took a few red potatoes and I diced them up and I put a little bit of water in the pot and I'm gonna keep it covered and I'm gonna go ahead and let these steam up a little bit till they're tender. And then I'm gonna season them and then drain off some of the water. Well, drain off some of the water. Sorry. Drain off some of the water, season them, and then pan saute them the rest of the way till they're nice and brown and crispy. Now make sure you're keeping an eye on them, or add enough water in the first place so they don't stick to the bottom, because that's what mine started to do. So I guess this is actually going to be kind of almost like a shallow boiling of the potatoes, and then I'll pan saute them. So like I said, this is something I've never done before. I was just trying to think of different ways to do this. I could have microwaved these first, but I wanted to try an in the pan method. So you're going to know how this turns out as I do, because I've never done this before. Now what got me started thinking about making the breakfast potatoes was I made these vegan breakfast sausage patties last night. And Desiree from the Plant Eaters is going to be putting up a video very shortly. By the time this video gets up, her video will be up. And I took some of her pointers that she told me to make these. And this is a recipe that's been going around in one of our groups for a little while. They're very good. Justin tried them, said they were super yummy. So I will probably be making these again. And maybe I'll modify it and make my own recipe video in the future as well. But go check out Desiree from the Plant Eaters for sure. Alright, after about 5 minutes of boiling, they were fork tender. So I went ahead and drained them off. And now they're going to go back into the hot pot and I'm going to add in some seasoning. Alright, so for now I'm going to add in some onion powder. This is garlic powder. And this is a burger seasoning that I like to use. It's 150 milligrams of sodium per quarter teaspoon. So I actually got a quarter teaspoon out and I'm going to see if that adds enough flavor, because this stuff has a lot of flavor in it. Alright, so far in there I've added about a teaspoon of onion powder and about a half teaspoon of garlic powder and stirred it around. I'm not going to add the burger spice until the very end, so that way I don't lose any of the saltiness flavor. A trick you learn when you're eating like low sodium and you do have salt is when you add it to the end of the recipe or season on your plate, you don't need to use quite as much salt. So there's a little tip for you. Alright guys, and just like you would in regular cooking, make sure you're scraping up the stuff off the bottom of the pan. If you're cooking over medium-high heat, you should be able to do this. And the reason I'm scraping that stuff up is, one, yes, so it doesn't burn, but two, that's all flavor. That's all going to get mixed back in with the potatoes and taste really yummy. Alright, I want to show you, I've moved it from medium-high heat all the way up to high heat so I can brown it, and I want to show you that they're not sticking at all now. You might be wondering, why are they not sticking? Because you're cooking with high heat and they've now developed a crust, so they're not going to stick in your non-skillet pan. So really, you don't need the oil. And then basically, they're done in the middle. I've tasted several of them. They taste really good. You just cook them as long as you want until you get the brownness that you want. I'm going to try for a little bit more brown than this, but that's actually pretty darn good, and this took about 10 minutes, I'd say. So I'm pretty happy with that, but I'll show you what they look like when they're done. They might actually almost be done because I'm getting pretty hungry. Wish me luck! I'm not much of a flipper, I'm too hesitant. Yay! Good enough. Alright guys, there you go. A nice hot steaming, you can see all that steam coming off. Nice hot steaming plate of nice browned breakfast potatoes with no oil. I actually didn't even put the salt seasoning on them, so these are no sodium because I will be putting some ketchup on top, so it actually didn't need it. You guys add whatever seasonings that you like, and I'm sorry I'm not in the video today, but I usually don't care what I look like, but today just it wasn't happening. So I hope you guys enjoyed this weird video of not seeing my face and just looking at the food, but I'm about to chow down on this, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day. Bye!